Willow Rose Apothecary. Anyway, I do have a Willow Rose Apothecary that hasn't been active for a couple of years. So anyway, so this is my little kitchen apothecary, and as you guys know, or you might know, or you may not know, I am a certified herbalist. I was certified about 3 years ago. It took me 3 years. It was a 2-year course. In the middle of those 2 years, my brother passed, so I took a year off, and then I continued on. So it took me 3 years to actually complete the course, which is fine. They basically told me that it takes people 3 years anyway. So 2 years is just a mark they try to push people through because they said they'll take forever. And actually, I know probably about 4 people that have started the course that haven't finished it. It was a really tough course. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Rosemary Gladstar, but it was Rosemary Gladstar's course. One of the things that I also love to do, or I have loved to do in the past, sometimes I started doing this before I was certified just to kind of keep me, get me used to herbs. And then I continued on throughout the time that I was being certified, taking the courses, because they're very, like I said, the course is very challenging, and these are very, very simple, and they're called Apothecary at Home, and it's a subscription, and it's a little kit, and everything you need for whatever project we're going to be working on that month. It's a monthly subscription, and I actually I have 7 of these that I've never done. And when I hit 7, I think when I hit 6, I canceled the subscription and told myself I couldn't get any more until I got caught up. And I think 1 more came after I canceled my subscription. So I have 7 of these boxes. And so today I went into my closet of horrors and I wanted to start cleaning it out. So I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to clean out my closet of horrors today. And then I looked at it and I got completely overwhelmed. So I decided, well, maybe if I do little, you know, micro steps or whatever. I'm not sure this is a micro step because there's 7 of them, but I thought, okay, here's 7 boxes this size taking up space in my closet. And so I thought, you know what, maybe it's time to start working on the projects inside these boxes. And some of them have been opened, most of them haven't. So it's going to be a surprise to me as well. And so I thought what I would do. So anyway, so that got me all excited about my little apothecary. So then, and coupled with that, I was looking on Pinterest and I saw this really beautiful shelf with all the herbs out on it and all the jars, and it was so beautiful. And I thought, oh, if only I had space in my little kitchen for that. And then it hit me, I do, because I have the curtains on here like all the time, and the curtains are on there to keep the sunlight off the herbs because they'll last longer. But then today I went searching through my things and I found some sweet little curtain tie backs, and so I decided to tie back the curtains and expose the herbs and then start using them, because I'm that kind of person that if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So I see the herbs here, and that's not even all of them. I have some stored over here on a shelf here that I'm standing in front of. So I started working in my little cabinet of medicine, and I decided, you know what, I think I'm going to really pull it together, really try to pull it together, and then start working on doing some of these. And so I could maybe do some videos when I'm working on these. Like I said, I have 7 of them. So that reminds me, somebody commented on one of my videos. I don't even remember which video it was. And it was, he identified himself as an older man, and he lives across the country somewhere, I don't know. But he was like, what, do you think you're special? And I was like, no, I don't think I'm special to anybody but maybe my family. And he's like, well, there are so many people like you that are doing this, and why do you think that anybody cares about what you're doing? I was like, I actually, embarrassingly enough, I got sucked in, and then I finally just deleted everything. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I'm special. I'm just here doing the thing that I do. And hopefully I'll get to it later on today. If not, I will work on it. Oh, tomorrow. My friend's coming up soon. I think I could work on it tomorrow if I don't get to it today. But today, my goal today is to get this completely cleaned out. So I'm going to get on this project right now, and hopefully I'll see you a little bit later today. So it occurred to me that maybe you might want to come along on this, and I can make this kind of a two-parter. I don't like doing two-part videos, but man, the things I have to do take time. So up here are all the medicines that I've already created. So here's throat coat, and I use this both for when my chakra is acting up and also for when I'm just having a sore throat, or if it's made with glycerin and it's made with osha root. And osha root, if you're not familiar with osha root, it is an amazing root. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with them. Okay, so maybe this is why it takes so long. This is headache tonic, and it's made with turmeric, ginger, white willow bark, and sassafras, and it's a tincture. And the ones in the large bottles are, see right there, Willow Rose Cottage. This is my little apothecary. Anyway, the ones in the larger bottles are storage bottles. And then when I get down, when my little dropper bottles, wherever they are, like this size. See, this is a perfect example. So this is headache tonic. So this is this it? Oh gosh. This is this. So this is my overflow, or my surplus of this. So this is in a dropper bottle, and what I do is if I'm having a headache, I'll just take some dropper, like a few drops, or maybe a full dropper full of this in tea, and then that kind of helps, like herbal tea. And just so you know, on the back I have a little thing. So that's kind of what's up here. So I also have circulation oil, and for external stuff, I write really large on there that it's externals, which I do have quite a bit of stuff. So I have massage oil this is yarrow. This is for circulation, but I also have it for like muscle aches and things like that. And I also have for external use only. And this was Jethro Kloss. I don't know if you're familiar with Jethro Kloss, but he wrote Back to Eden, which I have somewhere. And so this was a recipe out of his book, and it is external use only, and it's for skin infections, rash, poison oak, and ivy, which I get poison oak every single year, at least once. So this is external use. And this is not in a dropper bottle because this is actually to be administered with like a cotton rag. Sometimes if the rash is bad, I'll put the tincture onto the cloth. I'll put the cloth onto my arm or wherever the poison oak is on my hand, and I'll just wrap it up and leave it there like overnight. So fire cider. I have 2 more fire ciders over there that I need to bottle. This fire cider was done in 2020. It never goes bad. It's done in vinegar, and it has ginger root, horseradish root, white onion, garlic, cayenne peppers, lemons, oranges, rosemary, turmeric, apple cider vinegar, and honey. And so this never goes bad. I'll show you, I have two more over here. This one I made in 2022, and it still needs to be bottled. And then this one I made in, oh wait, oh, that's the only other one. I thought this was, never mind, this is something different. This is brain tonic. And this one's hops and brandy for a sleeping aid. So all of those need to be bottled up, which clearly 2022 I need to get working. And here's chamomile flower and valerian root with brandy tincture, 2021. So tinctures can last on the shelf for 10 years, just so you know. Once you make them, you don't have to like consume them really quickly like you would a tea or anything like that, or even dry herbs. Dry herbs should be consumed within a year or two, but once you make a tincture out of your herbs, it lasts for up to 10 years. And that's why tinctures are so valuable and used by people in holistic medicine circles. So here's a high calcium tincture I made for myself. Comfrey leaf, nettle, oat straw, and horsetail. Made this in 2020. Echinacea tincture, you can see I use this a lot. And because I live alone, if I start feeling a little sick or a little sore throat or a little like sneezy, I'll just come in and take a couple hits of this, just literally out of the bottle. If I lived with somebody, this would probably be in a dropper bottle, but because I'm just here and I just do me, I'm running out of space. Okay, so rose water. I just made some rose water one day out of the roses in my backyard. Insect repellent, I have no idea what's in there. I did not label it. Like I said, I am really good for not labeling my stuff because I think I'll remember. Oh, here's more insect repellent. So what's in this one? Oh, this one's oil. This one's a spray. This is a spray, so it's water based. And then this one is oil, so the oil will last a lot longer. And what's in here is pennyroyal, eucalyptus, and rosemary and bay leaf. So that's what I decocted for this. Our decocted, macerated decoctions actually deal with tea, not tinctures. Okay, let's see. Skin infections, chronic, cardiac syrup. That must have been, I bet the cardiac syrup was a lesson I had to do because, yeah, and here's my elderberry syrup tincture for immune support. And I actually wrote the directions on this one. Yay me! So you get an idea of what's up here. So these are just all the stuff, all the things that oh, here's a detox tincture. Don't you love it? I'm creating a detox tincture with vodka, but the stuff that's in it is nettles, red clover, and cleavers. So those are all herbs that are really, really good for detox. And actually, you take it in such small portions that the alcohol isn't really an issue. So let's see, I have a bunch of other stuff up here, but I don't, brain tonic. More brain tonic. Take for insomnia. What is this? This is more a nervine tincture of skullcap, wild lettuce, valerian, hops, and mint. So one of the things that I see running through all of this is, I mean, the ones for sleep is valerian and hops are both super, super good for sleeping. And then I have some salves here that I made. Here's a burn salve, and it has St. John's wort, comfrey, calendula, and just calendula. I'm just kind of pondering this because I'm kind of thinking I want to make some salve with just comfrey and maybe nettle for my wound when I get my cast off. So, and I have one in the bathroom, so you can tell that I haven't been using this. And I usually, when I get burned, I usually use one of my aloe vera plants anyway. They're up there, and that's what I use. So anyway, that's what's on this top shelf for all my completed medicines. Usually on the bottom shelf, I keep all the ones that are macerating that I need to bottle up. So I cleaned off the bottom shelf. I don't know if you can tell, but I cleaned off the bottom shelf because I want to put either the boxes in here of the Apothecary at Home boxes so that I have them and I see them and I will do them, work with them, or I have herbs over here too that I might want to put in there. So I have in here also are two of my three, who am I trying to kid? I probably have 12 mortar and pestles. For a while there, I was collecting mortar and pestles. I was like fascinated by mortar and pestles. And you might see them around my kitchen. I don't use them most of the time. These are the ones that I use, but I do have them sitting up, like antique ones and wooden ones. And yeah, I've gotten rid of a lot of them, so I might not have that many anymore. So once upon a time, here's my orange peels. Oh God. So once upon a time, this was all organized in alphabetical order. That's when I was in school, and I was using all these herbs all the time, doing my lessons and stuff. And then I just kind of, see, here's the comfrey. The comfrey is what I need to make my salve so that when I get my cast off, I can put it on here. So I think what I'm going to do is I bought more golden seal. So here's my golden seal root, and you can see I'm almost out, and I did buy more, and it's in a package over there. Yay! So I can fill that back up. Hops, I'm out of hops. I've used all of them. I need to buy more. Here's my valerian root. I had a lot more than this, and I gave some to a friend. She was having a difficult sleeping, and she wanted to make tea out of it. And I tried to warn her. I don't even know if she ever used it. I tried to tell her, no, what you need to do is you need to grind it up and put it into capsules, which I have somewhere. I have these little capsules. I have a whole closet over here and a whole desk thingy over here full of all my tools. So my tools are stashed away. Maybe that'll be another day. However, I was telling her, let's do it. I'll grind them up with you, and we'll put them in the capsules right now. And she wanted to go home and do tea, so I gave her this. I have to ask her how that went. I never followed up on that. So in my ginger, I use ginger in a lot of stuff, and this is my ginger root. So the really wonderful thing about root is it lasts a long time because it kind of contains everything in it. And then when you grind it, which I have my little mortar and pestles, but I do have like an herb grinder, coffee grinder. I have two of them actually. And then when you break it up, it starts releasing some of the properties again. I have cleavers, blessed thistle, Need more of that. Getting low on my blessed thistle. That. I'll put that back there. My red clover. And I have 2 jars of this, and I have to use this. This is nettle, and this was given to me as a gift. And actually, oh gosh, this is a horrible story. A massive plant was actually given to me as a gift.